last week, and I explained this, like to become a big data developer or a cloud data engineer, what are the minimum tools that we required? Okay, so I already explained this, and if you go through my previous sessions, you come to know, because you might
Okay,
join this
I'll
class
just
today.
go through it.
Yeah, yeah. So you will get to know, and those who are joining this, and I already given what exactly is the roadmap and where to go and what to study. This Excel sheet will give you all the links, and you can go through one or two videos from each section, and then understand. If still you have any questions out of those topics, okay, you can ask, you can record your questions here, like how other people, how they are writing, whatever the doubts, let us say your name and email ID and the topic and the question. Okay, so we'll try to address either here or in a call. So this is the motto of this call. Okay, so not to teach basics or not to teach online training. This session is dedicated for only discussing this kind of Q&A, as well as any other general question which are belongs to big data. Okay, and coming to you, you no need to learn too many to become a big data engineer. I already explained this in my previous session. If you not, you please go through. Okay,
Okay, I'll just go
understand?
through it. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
go.
wanted to ask another question. How do I go for like AWS or any cloud service, and how can I connect big data plus cloud?
See, I don't know. Are you new for a cloud or entire? Acha, you said you are a fresher, correct?
New, I'm just, yeah, yes, yes.
So what is your background?
I was preparing for you. I'm just electronics engineer preparing for UPSC. So it's
Acha,
been a long time, so I just thought to
when you passed out?
14.
Acha. Okay. So you didn't work so far, right? You just preparing for other exams, right?
Yes, I was preparing for only UPSC.
Okay. So your case is bit little different because 2014 is a very long, right? Because the 6 plus 3, 9 years gap is there. That is huge, right? So you have to
Yes,
be careful, like anyway you are not going to show your entire 9 years. At least you have to work for some small companies at least for in the beginning and get the some real-time exposure, and also do a project, and then get some command all the stack that you are going to work, and see there is a different way that you supposed to approach. Okay, so what you do is, like, if it possible, you please try to join us next session, where we discuss only interview related, and how to fill the gap. Okay, all those topics we will discuss there. Here is purely, I can say, core subjects, like as I told you, like SQL, if you have any question, Spark or Python, or Hadoop. Okay, and only I can say learning related. See, the people are asking, right, some questions and all. So okay, for this is your thing is more specific to your career, right, not to all, correct? So you have to plan how
yes,
to fill your gap and get the same years of experience, even though you haven't have any working experience, right? So we'll discuss that. If you are interested, you can just join next session, that is support 3. And for in this session, you please get some idea, like what to learn, what not to learn. So since you are saying you are a fresher, I strongly recommend you to learn um, cloud related, that to either AWS or Azure. But if you ask me, I will ask you to go for a Azure, because Azure, you no need to learn too many. You just learn only few. I think this tag. Okay. So and though cloud engineer, if you are climbing as a 3 to 4 years experience, it is strongly recommended to you have all these basics. So ultimately, these are the common for every data engineer, I can say. you should supposed to learn. Okay, so SQL is common and Python is common and Linux basics is mandatory. And of course, any RDBMS system, if you know SQL, then RDBMS, relation
No, I
database
have done
system.
all of this.
Oh, great. So also,
SQL,
if
Python, Linux,
great,
MySQL,
great.
Hive, then Scoop, HBase.
Oh, great. So that is you done so many things. Then based on this also you can able to get the job. Okay, you no need to go to a cloud, but nowadays almost all projects are migrating from on-prem to a cloud. So I strongly recommend you get a command on any one of the cloud, either GCP, AWS, or Azure. So it's up to you, but it's not a mandatory. Nowadays, evaluation is going on the candidates, basic experience. Like if you are good at in this area, that is still fine. And if you have a knowledge on cloud, that is added advantage, and you will get a more benefit. Okay, so it's up to you. Don't go too many. If you already learn Scala and Python, that is well and good. No worries. Okay, but mm, if you are really interested to learn cloud also, you just go through cloud as well. But what I want to convey here is like if you are good at this part, I think this part, then I think that may be enough to get a job. But you should be master in these areas, including a hands-on. You got it, Pankaj?
Yes, yes.
Great. So, guys, any other questions? Any from anyone?
Hi, sir. Actually, as I joined today only, so can you please share that mm, link, the file of link, so that I can also put some question if I have.
But I hope you gone through this procedure, right? I don't know. I clearly mentioned, let me. Hope you gone through this the sheet, right? Correct.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
So I mentioned after completing step 2,
Okay,
you
okay,
have
okay,
to request this.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay,
Once you request this, right, it will redirect to okay this page. Once you get access, okay.
okay,
Here you have all the sheets.
okay,
Fine.
okay, okay. Right.
Great. Guys, please try to utilize this session, okay? Again, I'm repeating you. Technical, anybody can teach, okay? And you can find the same in Google or YouTube also. But one major difference between those I mean that approach and this approach is completely nobody will allow you no YouTuber or no trainer will allow you, especially online, to talk to them one to one like this, right? So to fill that gap, I just came up this idea, and please try to utilize. If you have any other questions, please try to ask me. Theoretical part, anyway, you will get so many, inputs from YouTube or Google. Okay, so try to leverage, guys.
Hi Naresh, Shiva here.
Yeah, Shiva.
So actually, I have started learning Spark, okay, on and practicing Spark on Databricks. Like
Mm-hmm.
currently, I am reading and writing CSV files, trying to do some basic operations on Spark on that
Great.
file.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a doubt is I know I mean Databricks is related integrated with AWS. Okay, so. My doubt is like whatever I am coding in Databricks, okay, like
Mm-hmm.
in Python and Databricks, how will I utilize? I will like create those pipeline and push that our code into production, you know. So I'm not getting actually what will happen in real time production.
Okay. Okay. So let me tell you two things. First of all, you have to understand what is on-prem and what is on cloud. On-prem, on-premise, where our company have their own setup on their environment, okay, on their cluster, right? They won't depend on any cloud platform to process the data. So, like how we generally install a PySpark or Hadoop in our local machine, the same way on all the cluster, they will install all the softwares on their premise. Okay, so in that case, it is very easy for us to write a code, a plain Python code. I mean, in Python file, we can write a PySpark code and we can submit or we can submit through a Spark submit command, okay, through shell script or through any other scheduling tools. So that is how we generally do it on a on-prem in production. Okay, coming to on cloud generally people use AWS or Azure or GCP. Let us take Azure. So in Azure, right, Azure also have a Databricks inbuilt. Okay, like how Azure is having ADF and ADLS and Delta Lake and Synapse. The same way, Databricks also closely integrated with Azure. So when that is a different pipeline, I can say. This is cloud is work little bit different. When we start taking the data from source through ADF, then we may store the data into ADLS or blob storage. Okay, so and that's what we do is like we'll try to clean the data or transform the data by using Databricks, which is already integrated or inbuilt in Azure. Okay, then transform data again will load to either ADLS or send to, I can say, Synapse, or we may send to any other external systems or tools like Snowflake or any other cloud or on-prem, right? So coming to your question, Databricks will works a concept called notebooks, right? So okay, if you already aware ADF in Azure, then you come to know how you execute a Databricks code through ADF. Are you aware ADF or Azure?
Not actually. I am as aware about cloud. I mean AWS cloud.
I'm sorry, actually, since from the beginning, I'm telling here, like I'm not much aware AWS because as my company's many projects are migrating from on-prem to cloud by using only Azure. Okay, might be other companies are using AWS, but as per my knowledge, majority of the companies are using Azure for data engineering. I'm not sure for data science or ML projects, but coming to data engineering, it is company to company and business to business. I cannot comment on this that which company are using Azure or which company is AWS. It's based on their requirement. Okay, business requirement. They will opt for any one of the cloud. Okay. So Shiva, coming to your question, like you go with anyone. If you are already good at AWS, please try to get an idea because we are not going to discuss much on AWS in any of our sessions, in near future, because we do not have a dedicated resource to explain that. Okay, Shiva?
Okay. In AWS, I know only S3, EC2, and VPC, all like only three, four
Okay.
services. So
Okay.
should I continue with AWS or move on to Azure?
Azure is not a difficult. That's what I'm telling you. If you are able to concentrate, even I'm learning Azure because I have to migrate my existing project, right? Though I have a on-prem experience, but I am now learning Azure and doing a project. So it will take some time, 2 to 3 months, to get a full command, but definitely it is worth. Okay, I don't know how many years experience you have, or I don't know whether you are a fresher or how exactly you have a previous experience. Okay,
Okay.
so you tell me like your background so that I can able to suggest.
My background is like AWS only. I mean, Hadoop admin.
Sorry, which admin? Hadoop admin.
Hadoop admin.
Okay, okay. I think we spoke, right, Shiva, in the last session. I'm not sure. Um,
Yes, yes.
no worries. So still, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Even it is a silly question also, that is fine. But strong advice is if you are already in a good shape in AWS, better you continue you and go ahead with AWS. Or if you want to willing to learn Azure, then that is added advantage, I can say. If you learn one or two extra, there is no big problem. Even that will create a more opportunity for you. But idea is like you should have a clarity. Okay, very soon. I'm not sure exactly the date and time, but yeah, maybe next month, any week, we may announce. We may show you a real-time project on cloud. Our team is working in backend, so so very soon, in next couple of weeks, we'll start support too. That is a project on AWS, and project on Azure with all the, some of the, I can say, tools which I been talking here. So we are using some of the tools and making a project, uh, and you come to know exactly how we can use a Databricks and execute the notebooks in this pipeline. You're getting me, Shiva?
Yeah.
So this is the most important phase in my support program. Many are interested. Almost 200 people registered. So I think I don't know how many people registered, but some delays from our end because we all are working professionals, so not getting much time. So we are just putting some time only on weekends. So sorry for that, but our intention is to come up with a real-time project, how we generally execute a real-time project in our companies. So we are going to make two projects. One is on-prem, one is on cloud, so that if you thorough with these two, I'm sure you people will get a lot of real-time exposure, and that will give you a lot. As on date, I can say 198 or register, and 98% people are very much interested on this real-time project. So due to this huge demand, so what we thought is like, okay, why don't we start doing something for all others? You're getting me, Shiva, what I want to say,
Yes, I
right?
got it.
So not only you, many others also having this same kind of problem, because unfortunately you people may not get a idea because nobody will explain in detail how exactly a project will happen, though you have a good material in YouTube, but that won't give you a complete knowledge, and you may have a couple of questions, but nobody will answer whatever you have a questions. Due to that lack of experience and that lack of understanding, when you attend any interview, you will caught, and it is very difficult to answer to such kind of real-time questions for anyone who is already have a good knowledge as well. Any questions?
Naresh,
Yeah.
in Databricks, can we integrate the Hive?
So your question is like, is it integrated, backend, right? Hive is integrated backend on Databricks, right?
Yes, correct, Naresh.
You can write Hive queries also in Databricks, or SQL queries also in the Databricks. Okay, you can for Databricks, you can use Hadoop as a backend, and you can store your tables or data on Hive and HDFS. Okay.
Okay, can we install manually, or by
No,
default?
no, 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 no. What you do is like, if you are already having access for this, do you have access for this?
Uh, yes, Naresh. Yeah, I'm having access.
Go to this channel. Go to this channel. All your doubts will be clarified. I
Okay.
think maybe Ravi, I think really a good channel I found, and it is very useful for many of you. So all the channels I mentioned here are really good channels, and I mentioned my channel also, where we already explained some concepts on PySpark or Spark. I think me and my colleague explained. Guys, don't stop. After learning only one tutorial or one YouTube channel, and if you want to get a more clarity and more idea, then you have to refer at least 2 to 3 channels or materials. Then only you will get a clarity. And no one will cover entire syllabus that you supposed to understand. Okay, because that may be because of their time, or that may be because of their thinking. So I'm not know about it, but still, to get a clarity, so you have to have at least go to first 3 or 4. Okay, it won't take much time, hardly a week or 2 weeks, if you already have some basics. So but it will give you a lot of insights. Okay, I hope I answered your question. And Databricks, you no need to install any extra. So directly you can write a SQL queries, you can create a SQL tables. You can practice SQL also in on Databricks. Okay, So that is the good thing about Databricks, right?
Okay,
And,
Naresh.
yeah,
And one more thing is like
yeah,
uh,
yeah, please.
we are using like Uzi and Airflow for job scheduling, like for those things, right? So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
we can get with Azure if we are using it?
Okay. Okay. Azure, you no need to focus on this Airflow when you are using Azure because ADF is a inbuilt workflow scheduler, or it will, so we can use ADF as a execution of our tasks. Okay.
Okay.
And Airflow on cloud is also there. I am not much aware because I'm still learning Airflow. In my company, we are using another scheduler called Redwood, and I have even experience on Uzi and Redwood. But I know Airflow is becoming very popular, so even I thought to learn Airflow very soon. And if I get a full clarity on Airflow, I will definitely create a sessions on and will try to teach you to save your time and my time. I thought to why don't we come up with this idea so that you will get a leverage out of it. It is very difficult for you, those who are coming first time into this field, to learn and which channel is giving a more good content or which channel is not. What you do is generally you go randomly one by one and recommendation, and then after 6 months or 1 year you end up with a lot of confusion which one I have to follow, because one channel will say one thing and another channel will say one thing. So definitely those who don't have a much clarity, they will get stuck and get confused, and it is very difficult to come back again. So I came from that background in my initial days, so I thought to why don't he help based on our knowledge, and then I picked up only few channels from YouTube, and you go through only these channels. Okay, believe me, only these channels also you can able to get the job. Okay, and these sessions, I already told you again, these sessions are very very important. These topics, or I can say this one you can search, YouTube automatically recommend you, but one
Can
thing
you please share the this document link?
again I'm telling you, so if you already registered with this, then you just follow the steps, that's it, you don't need to do anything. I clearly mentioned once you've done the payment successfully, please
Okay.
request this access. Okay, so you will get access as soon as possible. Okay, so it will redirect to this page. In this page, whatever we are discussing, this topic is already there, right? And you go through this and learn, and then record your doubts here. We will discuss in this class. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, let me take few questions from here. I know whether Sai Pallavi, okay, not Sai Pallavi, Gayatri, you're here.
Hi. Yes, Naresh.
Gayatri, we discussed last time, I think. Okay,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same
Yes,
question
we have
just now.
discussed. Yeah.
Okay. So is it clear, Gayatri, or you want me explain once again?
Yeah, it's clear. I have
Great.
some questions will I come to the next week. So I'll let me complete my study so that my doubts will be cleared. Else I'll ask you
No
that.
problem. So I'm just telling you again, Gayatri, don't hesitate to ask any silly question also.
No,
Okay?
actually, I'm in the initial stage. So when I'm doing something on the Databricks and when I try to
Mm,
do in the front end, I mean in the
mm.
on-premises, right? So those kind of similar questions I have. I'll post it and I'll ask it to you next week.
No problem. So what you do is like here, you please register your questions. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. No
Mm.
problem. Okay. So this we are dressed and does Spark SQL. Who is this? Is Shiva? Shiva, you are only now?
It was last question, last session.
Remind me. Actually, thing is, I don't remember everything what I spoke last week. So,
Actually, the
have we
date is
discussed this?
mentioned there.
I know, I know. See, these are belongs to last only, but idea is like whether I explained last week or not. That is the
No,
my
not
question.
not actually.
Okay, does the Spark
Uh,
SQL is integrated with Spark? Okay, PySpark. Do we process data on Spark SQL and then it move to? Okay, it is very silly question, Shiva. So, Shiva, you no need to think about much about it, because why I'm saying, when you start working on Databricks or any Spark, software which is installed in your machine, So by default, you can write your code. If it is on Databricks, let us say you choose a Python as a notebook, then directly you can write PySpark code. Okay, but you want to write a Spark SQL code, then just put a percentage SQL and then write your code. Okay, so these are just a kind of a APIs on top of the Spark core. Okay, you can write any language. You can use SQL or you can use Python. Okay, on top of Spark engine. You got it?
Yeah, got it. But my question was like, if I have a CSV file, okay, and I have done some cleaning on the top of SQL, okay, and then I want more like cleaning of that file. Then should I I will do that cleaning on PySpark or something like?
Can you please come again, please?
Like I have one CSV file, and I am processing that file on SQL, Spark SQL, okay.
Okay,
And I want to like after processing that file, I want to more do some transformations on that file in
okay,
PySpark. Okay,
okay.
so I will use the same file like that.
Yes, sir, you can use, but I told you, right? Let us say you have created a one notebook, okay? A Python notebook on Databricks. Okay, okay. So, okay, I will answer first. Your dot SQL. By using SQL, you created a notebook and written your code. Okay, um, written your code and did some transformation. Somewhere uh, written that output to output on, let us say, HDFS or Spark internal memory, whatever, or data frame. Okay, now you want to further do a transformations by using Python, right? What you have to do is just put a percentage Python and then write PySpark code on Databricks. Okay, and do whatever transformations what you want to do. This is one way. The second way is you make it. This is one Python, sorry, SQL notebook, and I mean to say Spark SQL, and create one more notebook and with Python, create a data frame here with input of this data set. You got it?
Yes, yes, yes.
I have one question.
Who is
No,
this?
Simranjeet Singh, sir.
Yes, Imran.
Yeah, just wanted I know these are very basic questions, but can we go through these because these are very common for all of us.
Simran,
Just a
Simran,
suggestion.
I didn't mention these are the basic, okay?
Mhm.
So if anybody, if you mention like this, then how can I understand better? We have a sheets, right? There's no limitation for this, I think so. Why don't you write one by one? So if you
Okay.
put like this,
Uh,
where I want to give answers here,
yeah,
is it
I know,
possible?
I know. This is not right.
So that
Yeah.
is what I want to ask him. See, I'm not saying that this is wrong questions or basic questions or easy questions. But
Mhm.
idea is like this should not be like this, right? How
Yeah,
can I answer all these
they should
things,
be
right?
in sequence, one
Sequence,
by one.
and I will answer based on my knowledge and experience. If I don't know something, let us say if they are asking some GCP and AWS, I may not
Mhm.
answer, right? Because I'm not much aware. Okay, so
Yeah.
no problem. Somebody, I think this is open for everyone, right? Somebody please bifurcate and put it one by one here. Okay, Streamman, will you do that?
Yes, I will do that. No problem.
Great. Okay,
Because
so
I saw these questions and what I notice
mhm.
might be his way of putting the questions is not right. But if I go through the questions, these are very good questions. These are mostly asked in the interviews. They, I will do that. I will put
Okay.
them
See,
one.
let me tell you first question. Interview asked me how many pipelines I have worked. Okay, and explain that. Okay. What to answer that? It is very good question, I can say. Okay. If you are being a experienced guy, you want to showcase as an experienced guy,
Yes, sir.
then you should answer.
That was my point. That questions are very good.
No problem.
Thanks.
Do one thing, Simran. You just put it here one by one. Okay,
I'll do that.
no problem.
Thank-
So Vishnu, you are here. He asked me a very big question actually. Day in your life. Mm, when you start work.
Sir, this is also very important question because we who are not experienced people, we get asked this question that what is your role, what you do, how you start your day, and so we want you to tell us.
Yeah, yeah, you're correct. I have no issues. I will definitely explain, but I don't think this. I mean, I can say this time may not be sufficient. I can say, okay, it may take around minimum 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Anyway, we are going to continue this session till 11:30, as I started half an hour late. Fine.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So it's maximum questions I will try to answer, and
Thank you.
so you tell me, guys, how many of you want answer for this question now in this session or next session? You tell me. Based on that, I will go ahead.
This session, sir.
in this section.
Oh, okay. Only two are asking it. That means others may not be that much
Yeah,
interested.
in this session. In this
Yeah,
session,
we
yeah.
are.
Okay.
Yeah. In this
Perfect,
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think you guys taken seriously. Fine. Okay. This is a bit interesting. Even I want to share with you. And this will give you answer for some of these questions also indirectly. Of course, I will explain one by one these questions in our upcoming session. Um, okay, and let me start answering this. Guys, this is not a fixed answer. Try to understand. You're asking me day in your life. That means what I do in my company. I will explain with some examples. Okay, so it may be little different in other person case. Okay, so try to understand that change. You agree?
Yes,
Done.
sir. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Totally agree.
Okay, good. So when I start, so now I had to explain two scenarios because before Corona, after Corona. So do you need that before Corona, after Corona? Do you know what exactly before Corona, after Corona? I mean, from office or work from home? Which one you are
I can
more interested?
I can say that in work from home there will be more responsibilities, more workload. If I can think of that, but still we want to go through your workload, that how you deal with your workload, that what is the
See,
workload
yeah,
starting
yeah,
of
I
the day and
understood. I
yeah.
understood. So idea is like before 2020, right? So almost we are all working for working from office, right? So there are different kind of a work culture, and when we started work from home, and there different kind of a work culture. Culture in a sense that also includes I can say a way of working or way of or a task which we generally get. Okay, some activities are added, some activities got discarded. So that is why I just want to give you a brief idea what generally we used to do in work from office first, right? Shall I?
Please, please, please.
Yes, please.
So let me tell you first. Work from office, we reach office on time. That is 9:30 around. So 9:30 we will reach, and then around 10 o'clock we may have a stand-up call. I will tell you, stand-up means this is a face-to-face. Okay, so we have a conference hall. Let us say we have a group of 20 members. Okay, 20 members. This is okay. This is in a small hall. Okay, what we just discussed in general stand-up call is like 20 members are not belongs to single project. Okay, maybe single project, but in each project have modules. Okay, let us say one project we let us say, for simplicity, I will tell you that for one project, we have a one project, let us say, called ABC. Okay, we have some ABC project where total 20 members are there. 20 members. Again, this is a huge project. Then what we generally have, 2 or 3 leads are there. Okay, 1 PM, and one architect, and again 2 or, let us assume, more 4 leads. Okay, 4 leads. You can say total now 6, right? Here, project manager will act as a scrum master. Okay, and also product owner, you can say. Generally, it's company to company, may have dedicated people, may not. So sometimes what architect may also explain in detail. Okay, like he may also work as a act as a product owner. Generally he is not, because the architect, what they will do is, like, they will take all the inputs from the product owner, I mean requirements, and then they will give the a technical solution. That is what architect will do. So based on these technical solutions or design, HLD or LLD, I will explain that different. Okay, SDLC is a different, I will explain in one class, but just let me tell you one thing. Architect will redirect all these leaves, what exactly that we supposed to work. Okay, so let us say there are we are doing a project agile, in agile methodology, agile way, we can say. In agile way, you know, right? So sprints are there. Okay, sprints. Generally, our sprint duration is two sprints per month. 2 sprints per month. That means 14 days per sprint. Maybe 1 week, it may be 2 weeks, it may be 3 weeks. It depends on the volume of work that they are going to assign. If it is a 6 months project, okay, 6 months project, and how many sprints? Automatically 12 sprints, right? So though the sprint starts, ends every 2 weeks, but every day we have a call. Okay, this is a sprint call. Generally, we have this sprint call. Where are we? Yeah, let us say half an hour, 30 minutes. Generally, this meeting, somewhere 20 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes, not more than that. Okay, this is a stand-up call. All will be, and they actually we won't sit. Okay, while stand-up will discuss. Anybody
Sir,
talking?
sorry to interrupt in between. What I can understand over here is, so in stand-up call, like your team will get the responsibilities that this is your task for this upcoming sprint, right? And
Correct.
then,
Not
okay,
upcoming sprint. See, I will tell you.
okay, okay.
So let us say we are in a sprint 1. Okay, sprint 1 happen between Feb 1st Feb to 14th Feb or 15th Feb, what 14th Feb. We will make it 14th Feb. So it's completed. Let us say it's completed. Now, sprint 2. Sprint 2. What is the duration? Let us say 15th
15 to 28.
to 28. Okay, 28 Feb. So in progress.
Okay.
Oh, during this sprint, all working days definitely one stand-up meeting, right? Okay. Now what we will do is, like, let us say they assign some work to the team. There are
Hmm.
4 leads, and each lead maintaining, let us say, 4 people. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So let us say 4 members. 4 members. Let me 4 members per lead. If you see how many teams we have, let us say 4 teams, right? Our seniors or project manager or architect or leads will decide what are the work that we supposed to do as per the plan. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every day they will see what is the progress
Got.
in a stand-up. Okay.
Mhm.
So let us say somehow they completed. For each team got let us say two tasks because they have to develop two modules
Okay.
modules
Okay.
modules in one sprint.
Got
Okay.
it. Got
Okay.
it.
Two modules each team, right? Into four teams. So
Okay.
total eight modules they're supposed to complete.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Module. What is module? Let us say there is a future to develop. Let us say I can say the customer requirement is like let us say there are 20 sources. Let us say there are 20 countries. From
Mhm.
20 countries, we supposed to pull the data. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what generally will do is like that is module one of the module. Okay. They will
Okay.
assign okay these countries data are structured data. Uh, okay. Team one you take care. Okay. Team one
Okay.
means let us say team one means this team. Okay.
Okay.
So, and some other countries are having some weblogs. Those are unstructured. Okay. So other
Okay.
team try to find out how to pull the data from outside system to our environment. Let's say on the cloud. Then the
Okay.
team supposed to understand to pull the data, unstructured data, they have to use Flume or Kafka or streaming. Correct? For structured data, they may have to use Scoop or Talent. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
different teams will want different modules. Okay. So modules again divided into subtasks.
Subtask.
Okay. So modules is a term. Okay.
So, sir, one question. Say these are tasks like say we are in say there is a very big project. So first of all, as you told us that one team basically we are going through the pulling up the data task first of all. So one team gets that you pull up the data from this and you handle the unstructured data, right? And it can go like this as well, like. One team goes with the data ingestion and this team is done with the data ingestion. They will give this data to another team. Another team will go with the next task, like transforming the data and working on like I think I hope you understand my point.
I understand. Let me tell you.
Thank you.
Okay. You're correct. So I told you, right? Let us say there are two teams. Okay. Two teams means team one. Okay. Team means you got it right. Lead with one, four members. Okay.
Yes.
One plus five or one plus four. Will work on unstructured data. Let us say. Okay. Uh, and team two are okay. Now that may be also correct. Like sometimes what team three will do is like they will take the data. Okay. So they will take this data and
Mm-hmm.
they will start working on cleaning the data.
Cleaning the data. Okay.
Okay. These are responsible for unstructured data cleaning. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So let us say after completing the sprint one, where are we here? Somehow some task not completed. That means
Okay.
backlogs, correct? Generally we call it
Backlogs.
as. So
Backlog.
backlogs. So what we will do, end of the sprint one, we generally have a one retrospective meeting
Okay.
before we start sprint two. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let us say on 15th, or 15th. Okay, 15th. What I will do is like, and this is 16th. Let us assume something like that. Okay, 15th February. Got it? So what we will discuss this retrospective meeting is like what are the challenges that we face during all the feedback. What are the challenges and what are the achievements? What are the issues? Okay, what are the backlogs and lesson learned? Okay, so
Okay.
all these things we will discuss in retrospective. I mean, revision. What happened? The sprint one. What went well? What went not
Wrong.
well? What went? Yeah, whatever. So
Uh,
we will, realize, or we will try to improve ourselves, right? So if there are many backlogs, then how to, cover up those backlogs in coming sprint two. Okay, how it is impacting our timelines, project timelines, because we have to complete 6 months. But if we short up 2 days of work or 3 days of work, again sprint time will go up, right? Or backlogs will go up, right? Generally what we generally do is like all the backlogs also will take up in a next sprint.
okay. Okay.
Sometimes generally how many sprints supposed to happen? 12 sprints supposed to happen. but But if at the end of that 12th sprint, if you have a lot of backlogs, okay, it will take almost a week time or 10 days time. What we will
Mm,
do is like we request client to give 1 more week extra or 1 2 weeks extra
okay.
to clear up that backlogs. That means project goes to 13 sprints.
Okay.
Got it?
Got your point, sir. So got you.
Yes, one sprint for backlogs clearing. Got it? Right. So this is a stand-up call. Okay. So and then let us say I'm a lead. Uh, then what I do is like generally I have a couple of team members. So first of all I will understand the scope of work, what exactly that we supposed to do, during my sprint. So I will divide into subtasks. Then I will ask our team members to start working on it. Okay.
Ah, got
Some people are very good in coding. I will assign to that coding to that part. Some people are very good in understanding the use case and coordinating. Okay, so
it.
based on the skill set, we'll try to assign the task to them, and I will also conduct an internal meeting between us, and we'll discuss the progress each and every day in a evening before we go home. Okay. So
Okay.
if you face any challenges, if you need any extra information, we will reach out to our tech arc or project manager. Okay.
Okay.
So again, in the next day sprint, we in a sprint, sorry, next day stand-up call, we will
Mm,
say that okay, these are the tasks that we are doing, and we are on track. And sometimes we got stuck due to this software issue, or due to this lack of experience or lack of knowledge. We need support. So project
okay.
manager or tech arc will help us to
Okay.
solve that. Okay, so that's how this is continuously happening. Okay, this will happen continuously. So this is how we generally do it. Okay, and sometimes we also attend a client calls in between, and we'll take a break, and we'll take a tea break around 11:30, and we'll take a lunch break around 1 o'clock or 1:30, and we'll
Mm,
come back in half an hour or 1 hour, and then again we'll work, and we'll have a short break again for 4:30. We'll just go outside with the colleagues and friends, and
mm,
then have a fun, and then come back to the work. We'll work around till 6:30, and we'll have a short call, like 15 to 20 minutes call within the team. Or we'll also help other team leads or other team members if they are stuck anywhere.
okay.
So okay, this is how we
Got your
generally
point,
do.
sir. Basically, so like if I say you people are software engineers, I would say that they work on the timelines, so they get their tasks assigned in the first call in the starting of the shift, and
Yes,
then at the end of the shift, they have to submit that I have done this work and I am stuck over here. I need help over this.
correct,
Uh, so this is how it works, right?
correct, correct.
And yeah, okay.
This is work from office. Okay, we'll continue work from home in next session. Sorry for stopping because I have another call also, right? So
Okay,
it's
okay, sir.
already.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
Because if in case we make the interviewer understand that we have done this, that you have
yeah,
told us, then he will feel that yes, this guy have actually worked, that his experience is not is actually the correct one.
you're
Uh,
correct. You're
yeah.
correct. Definitely they will
Thank
satisfy because nothing is wrong in this. This is a real time generally people will do. And do you know one thing? I can easily identify a person who is coming to interview whether he is having experience or not, asking only silly questions or simple questions.
silly questions.
Okay, I will ask any one question out of these. Definitely they will. I will catch them.
Okay, they will have no answer, obviously.
If I ask you immediately, what are your team members or like let's say names of your team members? You will take some time, right, to explain,
Yes.
right? That is one
Yes.
catch. Okay, and sprints and how it will happen your stand-up calls and how you work internally. So there are some questions which generally freshers cannot answer.
Okay. Once we get a job, after some experience, we are also going to take some interviews.
Correct. Correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. We'll discuss in coming session. I hope this will be very useful. So guys, try to understand this 500 rupees is very less, I can say. And again, I'm repeating the same thing. Nobody will allow you to discuss this much with them directly. I'm sure. Let me know if anybody is conducting this kind of a sessions in your mind, right? So try to understand, leverage the session and get some real-time exposure. I'm sure once we do our real-time project, if you have any 10% 20% doubts also will be cleared out and you will be a good complete professional guy like us, believe me.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you guys, have a nice weekend, happy Shivaratri.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.